Today, I will talk about business process management, especially for what is the process redesign. Let's go first to an overview again. If we see the business process management cycle, there will be process identification. After identifying the process, then there will be process discovery. Based on discovering process, there will be process analysis. There can be quantitative and qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis will be such as YY diagram and issue tracker. Quantitative analysis can be, you can calculate the WIP, which will be calculated by lambda, which is inflow rate, multiple cycle time. If we go deeper to process identification, in process identification, you can use some models which will distinguish what is core process and what is management process and what is support process. And in process discovery phase, you can maybe distinguish what is value adding activity and what is business value adding activity and what is non-business value activity. There can be some error. If you find some error, please let me know. There can be some error here or here. And after process discovery, their output will be as is model. And after process analysis, you will get issue tracker and so on. So in process redesign phase, we will go deeper to redesign phase. After redesign phase, there will be process implementation and monitoring and control. Implementation. Monitoring and control. Then there will be another process discovery again, based on finding new activity. Like here, we call it process porters value chain model. And yeah, I think it will be enough. I will go deeper to process rediscovery phase. Process redesign phase. Process redesign, we will output the 2B model, which is after process discovery, the output is SS model, and we will change it through process redesign model. First, we should know about how the rate of innovation works. When product innovation is started, let's say iPhone. When iPhone first announced it, it is very big innovation, but actually after iPhone 3, iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7, we can't say there's big innovation as first iPhone. So product innovation will go down, but process innovation is a little bit different. When iPhone was first made, we can say there is very big process innovation, but after processing it, we will improve it, and the rate of innovation curve will be like this. Why is it increasing? By process redesign. When we study process redesign, we should also remember what is organizational entropy, like what you know as entropy. There is also entropy exists in organizational activity. We call it organizational entropy, which is when there's business process model, when we make it in usually process discovery, then there will be tests and there will be some lane pull extra. It will be changed when time goes past and past, when new technology came up. Maybe 1980s, clock should check everything, but when times get past, there will be some steps automized, but still some steps are automized, but some steps are remained like 1980s. That's what organizational entropy talk about. All business process evolve over time, so we should redesign it based on changed business process. All right. So in process redesign phase, we can think about as is descriptive, and we will say to be is prescriptive. And we can make an approaches in different ways, which is first is by ambition. Second is by nature. Third is by perspective. We can give on different approaches. In by ambition classification, we can redesign the process in more transformational way, which gives breakthrough innovation, or we can go to more transactional way, which is go to more. We will identify the problem more incrementally, one step by one step. And in by nature classification, we can do it in more analytical way, or more focused on quantitative thing, or more creative way, which is more rely on our creativity. And also in by perspective of classification, we can do it with more inward looking redesign, which considers the process as perspective of internal organization, but also there's outward looking organization. So we can summarize this by the process redesign orbit, which is, we can draw it like this. This is more creative or more analytical approach. More outward looking or more inward looking approach. And there can be more transactional approach or transformational approach. If we go more right, it will be transformational approach. And if you go more left, it will be transactional approach. A lot of approaches exist, but we will stay more focused on business process re-engineering approach. We call it BPR, which is more inward-looking approach. From inward-looking approach, it is more transformational than heuristic previous design. It is so transformative and analytical and inward-looking. there is some principles of BPR. The four principles exist. First principle is capture information at once, at first. It can be making database, can be an example of first. And you can, the second is second approach is, second principle is include information processing work into real work, which can be real work. Information processing work into real work, which can be evaluated receipt settlement, can be ERF, can be an example of second one, which is in past, there is no database. So when account payable department should wait for purchasing order, copy of purchasing order, and also receiving document, and they should also wait for invoice to check the invoice and other two document. But now after the database is installed, they don't need to wait for invoice. They should receive invoice at some day, but they can decide after just receiving copy of purchase order and receiving goods. So they can decide was the work worked correctly. And principle 3 is have those who use the output of process drive the process. I will give it with more examples. Maybe vendor managed inventory, which is like there's very big supermarket, maybe Costco, maybe Home Plus. Maybe they are not, but maybe in some brand or supermarket, they will invite people and they will receive the fee, and some vendors will sell product in their supermarket. And for scan-based training, they will make an inventory to make customers to come here and buy the things. Unless they should send PO and they should do a lot of movings and transportation things. But if you do scan-based trading, then you don't need to send PO. You should just go there and just buy it. And I will give a redesign example of redesigned claims process. Historical case can be 1980s when Ford made database, and another case can be this one, which is there's client and there's insurer, and there is client, there's approved glass vendor that client should give the fee. If the original process was client should claim the should pay and claim to insurance, and insurer will give some document, then they will pay it again to glass vendor. But if we can redesign it more simple way, just client will just drop the case to approved glass vendor, then insurer pay for it if they claim it. It can be more simple. And for the first process, we can put the decision point to the work where the work is well performed. Like in equipment rental process, let's say procurement process. If some site engineer who want to buy the product, if they need to send the document and another department should check it and pay for it, then there's some inefficiency happen. If they can directly manage access to the database, and if they can decide whether to buy things or not, then the things will be more efficient. So today, it was very simple, organized lecture today. And next time maybe we will see how redesign work and how its principle apply to redesign. See you next time.